Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dimitri Johnson, and you're listening to MMALatestNews.com.
It's time to roll, baby.
Yes, everybody, welcome to the first... He's not even shot him, he's just fucked right off out of the way. Welcome to the first ever of The Scene, which we're hoping is going to be a regular show here on MMA Latest, and it's going to be about the UK and Ireland MMA scene, because you know what, everyone can talk about California, and I know someone who knows a little bit about California who's here with us, but UK and Ireland MMA scene needs a little bit of love, so that's what we're going to be doing on a regular basis. Joining me today, I've got... You fucking say it, because I'm not even attempting it. There we go. And I've got Brendan Loughnane. Kid, you alright?
Good to see you again, Stephen, mate.
So you've kind of been in the news a little bit, son.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, mate. You want me to elaborate on why?
Yeah, so obviously Uncle Dana wasn't happy with you going for a double leg, which I thought was absolutely... Let's rewind, actually. Let's rewind a little bit, because Brendan's obviously just been on Dana White's Contender Series, had the toughest opponent, the best fight, dominated it all the way through, and for me, last 10 seconds, take down, see the round out, that was smart MMA, and as far as I was concerned, I'm sure you probably agree.
Well, I mean... We've been sat here before talking about these mad decisions that I've had in the past for not taking people down.
Correct.
So I thought...
I think I've actually said, why don't you use your wrestling a little bit?
Why don't you grapple people?
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was time to go out there and show that British people can wrestle Americans. And, you know, got told he's a black belt, he's this, he's that. So I thought, I'll take him down and I'll show him a black belt and this and that. And I did. And, you know, he was getting towards the end of the round. All I could hear from Dominic Cruz on my corner was points, points, points. The guy's took 47 right hands to the chin. He's not going to be knocked out. Get the points out at the end of the round, show you dominance. Boom, 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 took him down. Ultimately cost me a UFC contract.
Dana's face when you did it, inexplicable. You think? It made no sense. It made no sense.
After the entire performance, dominating the entire round, and then just the reaction made no sense. Especially considering how you dominated the entire fight.
But can I say as well, I thought your boxing took a level step up in that fight as well. The head movement is ridiculous. Where's that come from?
Well, I was going to go pro boxing, wasn't I?
Oh, shit, yeah. In the last year, we was having a little thing. So you've been doing that? Champs camp?
My move was potentially going to be pro boxing. So, you know, and also with this fight, we knew it's Dana White's Contender Series. It's not the UFC. He wants you to fucking go out there and have a fight. So I thought, right, I'm going to have to take one to give three. That was kind of the plan, you know. We knew he was 6 foot, he was rangy, and he was a good striker. He'd knock people out. So, like, right, we're going to have to be careful. We're going to have to try and slip his shot, get on the inside. It's difficult to fight 6 foot opponents at featherweight, and you don't really find sparring for that. So, hence the reason why I was slipping on the inside, landing the right hands. And, you know, he was just very tough and just took him. And afterwards, you know, he was sat in the back and he was ready to get hospitalised. You know, he's in hospital after the fight, and he said... I said, mate, why didn't you go down? He said, listen, this is the last chance of my life to get in the UFC. I was not going down. Fair play to him, mate.
Mate, there was some absolute rockets that you were in with. Was you happy with the performance?
I wasn't. I mean, the thing, like I say, I was thrown off. It was a Dana White Contender Series. It wasn't a UFC fight.
Yeah.
UFC fight, you're getting 50 grand for that. Dana White's Contender Series, you're not getting a contract. So you tell me the fine line in between that.
Well, I didn't understand it because, for me, MMA isn't about just pure knockouts. MMA is about beating your opponent, and you beat him in every round, and you beat him in every department. I was absolutely buzzing for you, bleary-eyed on a fucking Wednesday morning. But I was absolutely delighted. I thought, you've gone out there, and you've actually put on a show, and you've put everybody on notice with what we knew that you could do in the first place anyway. I was disappointed when I saw Dana's reaction. And then the nightmare you've got with Dana is he's so fucking stubborn.
I know.
Now, even if he's wrong, he's like, nah, fuck you. Never happening. So, where does this leave you now?
This leaves me in an unusually unique, very good spot, mate.
Love Island.
No, what it did, because let's get it right. I know you've seen before the fight, the hype before it. You know, friends of ours, Rashford Lingard, Tyson Fury, Tommy, go Bugsy Malone.
Can I just say, on that alone, Dana, when you've got basically the whole of the Northwest, like, celebrity football kind of culture just going, we're after this guy, what do you think would happen if you put a fight card on in 0161, mate? Just saying, you know what I mean? One, you can fill it with local lads, but come on, if you want that nationwide exposure, you got it, and you've just pissed it away. Carol.
You never know, mate, what can happen. So I'll never say it's gone. Opportunity's never gone, mate. And I've been nothing but, thanks for the opportunity. Today, I've been nothing but kept my cards close to my chest with this situation. I mean, you never burn bridges. He made his decision. I respect his decision. He has his own opinion, and fair play to him, and I won't shit on the UFC. I got to go and fight in Las Vegas, which has been a dream of mine from a little kid. So, in a way, he's given me a dream as well as, listen, I'm 29, I've got time, things can happen. You're an amazing fighter, Brendan, you will be here. So, you've got to take positives from it.
He did say you probably end up fighting in, but I think when
I know what
makes
you're saying,
decision,
I know what you're saying, and I feel what you're saying, but you've also got to take everything from the situation, and what I took from it was he wanted to set a standard on that show for people to come, close their eyes and swing and put on entertainment. Fair play. You want to make good telly. I know, listen, I know what you're feeling because I've been through every scenario in my head, and this is what I'll come up with. I put 2 and 2 together and got 6 because that's what everyone's getting. Yeah. But what can you do, mate? I had a job to do. Your job was to go there and fuck this guy up. And that's what I did, and there's nothing more I can do, so I'm content with the situation.
True story. You had a question, didn't you, about fighting in essentially like an interclub almost?
Yeah. So essentially that's completely different to what you've been experiencing before. You're going into this kind of, it's just a gym. There's not much of a crowd. You don't have really much of a walk, like a big walkout like you would in other promotions. Even the UFC, it's just completely different. There's not much of an atmosphere. Does it kind of bring you back to roots level of fighting again?
No, well, it was okay for me. I fought on tough before in empty rooms, so I know what it feels like, and I know for Bill, or the guy that I fought, that it's going to be a new feeling because it was when I first did it. And that UFC Apex was amazing. That place, the brand new facility. That was the first.
It looks ridiculously good.
It's silly. It's silly the money that they've got put into that now. So essentially, it was an empty room, but. You know what the Mancs are like, you can have 4 tickets, we ended up with 12 in there. Do you know what I mean? Snuck a few through the back door,
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, I bet there was a good party afterwards, but we'll skip over that one.
Yeah, good couple of days, mate. Yeah, good couple of days in Vegas with the boys.
Still in America. Okay.
Yeah, you know what, mate? Like I say, life's about the journey, not the destination. And you know what? Fought in Vegas, had all my people there, my family there, had a mint time, absolutely no regrets.
Are we not getting no breaking news on here then, or what?
I wish I could give you some, mate.
Would you go back on?
Oh, that's a shout.
I've been asked this,
Yeah.
It's a good question, but I mean, the pay's not the best. And I know money's not everything, but I did take that massive pay cut to get to the next stage. Don't think I'm willing to do that again. I mean, my stock's gone through the roof, and some of the offers that are coming in are very good. And it's about making money for me now. And
on that then, so we had this discussion earlier, didn't we? And we were saying, would it be better to be top 10 UFC? And I know UFC is your dream.
Mm-hmm.
Is it better to be top 10 in the UFC, or maybe to be like a champion in another organisation, like a One or a Bellator or something like that?
Good question, but UFC is not the do-all and end-all now, like it was. It used to be everything.
But it bought everyone.
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
Didn't it?
Bellator coming up now. ONE FC doing massive things in Asia. No one's going to touch them in Asia. PFL making a come through as well. So, for me now, it's about putting money in the bank, exciting fights, big fights, securing a future for myself. Where there was no money, there was fighting for 200 quid in the beginning, as you know. Now you can actually make a living out of it, and a good living. So, for me now, at 29, I had to have a good look in the mirror after this fight, though. I did. I had a moment where I was like, pissing blood, nose across my face again, and then robbed again. And it was where am I at now? Yeah. How many times can you start at the bottom of the hill again? So,
I think if I was in your shoes, I'd be looking at somewhere that's going to give me a 4 or 5 fight deal where I could move into and up in the top 10 in that organisation and put a run together. Because I know, obviously, I followed your career from the beginning. Yeah. You've had one fight in every organisation, pretty much, and then on to the next organisation, and you can actually stuck around in Bama for a little bit, but ultimately, all of those, there was some bullshit involved.
Agreed.
There was the
Tom Duquesnoy.
Oh, the Tom Duquesnoy. Well, and even like we've said on here before, you can make an argument that you're undefeated. You can make an argument that all of the losses on your record, they're not losses. You've avenged one. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get the opportunity to avenge probably either of the other two.
come
I
out
would say,
so
yeah. So
Both retired now, the other two.
So if I'm looking at what I would do as Brendan, I'm thinking that's the one, is to stick around in an organisation and make a name for yourself and fly up there. Are you still thinking 145, or do you reckon, has Dominic Cruz got in your ear enough about dropping down to 30?
Fucking not a chance, mate. Even
Haven't it?
45 was hard this time. Not a chance. 35 is never ever going to happen. I don't know what I was thinking, even putting that in my brain, because I'm a big lad. Look at me, mate. I walk around, I'm 77 key now. So even though that's what they cut from to 61, that's what they come from, 77.
It's a mad mentality, isn't it, getting down.
Darren Caldwell's bigger than me, and he fights at 61. So, you know, that weight cutting is a whole other story. Like, this guy I fought was 6 foot fighting at 66 key. I'm thinking, how does that work?
No, and there is some units. Well, we were just saying before, I know Rumble Johnson's
the weight cut to
used to
170.
cut, used to cut to welterweight, and you just think, no wonder he was inconsistent at the weight. Sometimes he'd absolutely belong people, and you'd be like, he is unreal. Yeah. And then sometimes he just turned up, he's just dead. Yeah, and the reason is cutting 60, 70 pounds.
I've seen some guys in that. There was one guy who fought in a contender with me. The black guy, I can't remember his name. He fought against Puna. We had to check weight on a Tuesday. And the fight's on the no. The fight was on the Tuesday. We had a check weight on the Thursday, so this is like 4 or 5 days before the fight. He comes in, I check my weight. I'm 13 out, which is about normal for me.
13 out.
This guy's 23 pound out. Right? I look at him. And he's 23 pound out, and I'm thinking, mate, I seen him on weighing day, and he looked fine. And I thought, how are he doing it? No, he looked fine. And I went, I could see in the night before the weigh-in, I've got 5 to go, but like this, saying it, and he's energetic. And I'm like, mate, he said, yeah, I'm used to it. And I was just like, Americans are a different breed, mate.
Mate, if I have one Benadryl because of this fucking hay fever I've got at a minute, right, I'm dehydrated the next day when I wake up, and I'm in a cranky mood. Well, this has been the last week, actually. Sorry for everyone who's in the office, because I've been a dick the last week, but, you know, until the pollen pisses off, this is what you're getting, and deal with it. But yeah, that dehydration, man, is real. Oh,
I mean, this one.
£13 enough, our kid.
£13. I mean, it gets harder as you get older as well. Trust me, you know, it's getting easier. But I'm very good at that weight, though. I feel strong, feel fast, and I don't know, at featherweight, I don't know if there's anyone really out there. I'm looking top 10 in the world, top 15 in the world to get a real fight out of, and that was an easy fight, bro. Like,
it was.
I took a few. Everyone saw like, this guy's the number one guy in the East Coast. He's the number one this, number one that, and he just got thrown around. It was supposed to be a black belt on the ground. He got out grappled. Supposed to be a Division 1 wrestler. Got out wrestled. Supposed to be this top striker, not 7 out, and got battered on the feet. So I'm looking top. Like I need high level competition. That was a pretty straightforward fight. I know my face was a bit marked up because he was 6 foot throwing out daft jabs. You know what I mean? And that's the truth of it. And my coach told me that years ago. Oh, I'd love to see you against Holloway, and I was thinking, fucking mad. And then as soon as I got to America, Dominic Cruz said the same thing. The only the top 10, he's the only one's going to give you fights. And I was thinking, whoa, maybe they're right. And now I get into these organisations and have these fights, and that's what it feels like. I feel like I could have done anything in there apart from finish him.
We'll have to see if that gets thrown out in the next one. We've got a big fight card this weekend. Yeah. International Fight Week, as usual. Always a treat watching John Jones. Greatest of all time, lads. What do you think?
100%. Easy. No one even close. No one even.
Do you think they're gonna overturn that decision, that one loss? Dana White wants it.
I hate that loss.
It was tournament format, wasn't it? So he couldn't. His opponent. Someone can carry on with it. Oh, it was 12 to 6 elbow. Yeah.
But you can.
Oh no, it's Fedor's first loss was a. See, I'm getting my greats mixed up. Fedor's first loss was a tournament format,
right?
And it was a DQ, so they had to give him the loss and move the other guy forward. But, you know, the same as John Jones, you got a DQ for fucking a guy up too much.
I hate that. I hate that one loss.
Do you think that 12 to 6 elbow should be gone though?
It's the fucking most stupid thing ever. They'll let you kick him in the face.
Yeah, if you can volley people in the face or elbow someone standing up, or even them spinning elbows that he throws.
But you can get away with it if you turn that elbow when you're going down. You can get away with it. It just
makes absolutely no sense. It's ridiculous, and you know, for him to take away his legacy for this one loss, that's not even a loss. It's absolutely stupid. But I don't think you can take it away now. How do you take it away now, though?
Years later, it just looks a bit.
Do you know what I mean?
You take it away now.
But it's corrupt if they take it away now. Let's be honest.
They can't take it away now. But who knows with the UFC? They'll probably take it away. Who knows, mate?
Tipex. Oh yeah, I mean, in terms of we've lost years of John Jones because of his misdemeanors, but just call it antics. But the guy is like How easy does he make it look?
Here's the thing with Jones, right? Stop playing the God card. You're a rebel, mate. We love you for it, though. We would love you to be that bad boy. Just carry on being him and just own it.
How good would it be if he got on a mic after fucking someone up and
said,
was like,
you're all
look,
shit.
I'm going to do about a pound a sniff and bang 17 bitches tonight. That's what's happening. And people would just be like...
Go on, lad. You'd have everyone behind him, mate. But then he talks about, I'm going to church after this fight. No, you're not.
Are you?
You're not, mate.
Is that what the club's
You're
called?
wrapping your car up with strippers.
Yeah, greatest of all time. All right, so if we say John Jones, the GOAT, where does everyone else fall, apart from being a long way behind him? Anderson Silva next?
Tainted legacy. With the, I mean, Jones has been caught on steroids too, and well, so.
What DC? 2 titles, 2 divisions.
Yeah, but
Nah,
not even close.
No,
He's not even been close when he's fought Jones. And I wanted
BJ
it to
Penn's
be.
up there, ruined it, carried on fighting.
I don't think BJ's.
He needs to call it a day.
Sad, innit?
I don't think BJ's had a win since I fought.
I thought it was sad.
When was his last win? Google it. Google it and tell me.
You know, the old BJ was, when I was growing up.
I mean, he was the guy that got me into the sport.
Oh, man, I loved him.
Early doors BJ.
Matt Hughes,
God.
I loved him. GSP.
Yeah, GSP.
They were my originals that I used to love watching.
Wonder what's going to happen with him now.
Japan.
No,
Seen aliens,
GSP.
innit?
Yeah, I don't think he's done. I think
He
there's.
is.
I don't know. I think there's.
Well, I was training that
chance-
wild card, and Freddie Roach was saying he's not done. Saying they were looking at fighting.
2010.
9
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah,
It's fucked.
I fought as recently as BJ Penn had a win.
How crazy is that? No, but
That was
why
about
are
5
they
stone ago.
why are
lads.
they keeping him on?
I don't know. But it's one of them, and it's like Chuck Liddell. There's a couple of people where you've gone. Anybody else, you've been a long old time ago. But there's a couple of people that just. Dana gets likes them, doesn't he? And that's it.
Bad
Like-
for his health, though, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Man, his head.
What about Diego Sanchez? Have you seen him?
Again, well, he's fighting this weekend. Obviously,
No,
he's
but have you
fighting.
seen his interviews, mate?
he's
His cheese has well slid off the cracker. Have you heard him?
Yeah.
He's talking about pulling stones out. Someone needs to hospitalise him, mate. He's a danger to society.
This is a guy that has had wars.
No.
Like, this is a guy oh my God.
2 fight win streak, though. Isn't it 2 fight win streak now?
Mickey Gallo, come on.
Yeah, I know. Before that, though. Where is it?
Yeah, he's on a 2
Craig
fight.
White, Mickey Gall.
Yeah.
Craig White from Cage Warriors, wow. Craig White, the shark. Unlucky.
Prior to that, his last 2 fight streak was 2010.
10-11.
Mate, this is a long time ago. Trust me, I
That
feel it.
Kiesa's gonna kill him. Innit?
Yeah, I like Kiesa. I think he's a hell of a
I
fighter.
don't like
Damien, was it Damien Maya who wants to fight? Was it Diego Sanchez next? Called him out last fight.
Yeah, well, you know, I just think that him now,
Diego
there should be
welterweight
some
as well.
kind of commission after this many fights that just has a word with you and goes, listen, mate, turn it in.
Yeah, just.
Like, you're a legend. You will be a He's gone in the Hall of Fame now.
But obviously not making enough to retire. And that's sad. When someone's given a full career, this isn't a guy that's popped in for 4 or 5 fights. This is a guy that's given a full career at the top level, at a big organisation, and seemingly
that's-
hasn't got enough dough to retire.
That's the gap between boxing and MMA, isn't it? I mean,
But, you know,
about
we
Bare-knuckle?
both know fighters that have had a full career in boxing that need a job.
true.
What about Bare-knuckle?
What about Bare-knuckle?
Let's have a talk about Bare-knuckle.
Just the maddest shit I've ever seen,
I just
man.
heard
Do you like it?
someone's paycheck. And listen, fighting's fighting, mate. We're pretty much bare knuckle anyway.
I know, but the cuts come
A UFC
with a
glove
quickness,
is,
don't they?
probably brings your knuckle to about there. So you tell me an
but
extra
it's-
$100,000 for pulling that off.
It's
Not a
a bit-
problem.
It's just a little softer. A little softer. Not much softer, but it's a little softer because you just look how fast you get
Paulie
welts and
Malignaggi wants
cuts.
to run around the ring and you want to get over X amount. Sweet. No
To be
problem.
fair, what you just told me, I'll fight you next weekend.
There you go.
Same money.
Yeah.
Bare knuckle, if you want to make me an offer, not a problem. Put it
In
in
for
the
that one,
put it in the 6
that
figures.
camera.
Put it in the 6 figures and we can talk.
Yeah,
Would you consider
that? Like,
100%. I would do it. 2 minutes. What? Not a problem, honestly.
not going to lose his good looks, is he?
Well, they went a long time ago. Like I say, I was telling you before, I'm a prize fighter now. Boxing was an option. Bare knuckle has not really crossed my mind, but figures are talking. Let's just have it's a fight at the end of the day. Like,
They
I'm
have
getting
the
kicked in
UFC
the kicked in the face, mate, and getting kneed. Like, what's the difference?
What's Love Island pay?
You know what, mate? Anything. I'm only joking. Nah, prize fighting for the next couple of years. You know
But
what?
look at what Tommy Fury's done. He's going to come out and step into a fucking massive pay-per-view on the back of this.
I know, but the thing is, right, same with Conor now, we're prize fighters at the end of the day, and we've always got that hunger to get in and have a fight. Like, Tommy will have it, no matter how much celebrity status he gets and whatever he does from this, he'll still have it deep inside him. Tyson Fury went away for a bit, and all he wanted to do was fight. Conor now, I know he's sat in his gaff and all he wants to do is fight. That's what we want to do. This is what we were put here to. It's all we have done. It's all we've grew up doing. So you can veer away as much as you have done it. Loads veered away, thought, no, I'll leave it. And it just fucking follows you everywhere you go until it's too much. And that's why we see BJ in there and why we see Chuck Liddell in there and why it follows you around, mate.
But
like
do you think it's
shadow.
on the commission to be like...
Someone has to step in because we're not smart enough to stop ourselves.
But that's the thing, isn't it? Like, can you objectively look at yourself from the outside and go... Because what makes you want to get into the cage in the first place is going to make you get into the cage so you'll kick your last breath out.
Exactly.
You're going to think, like, Chuck Liddell's sitting there going, give that John Jones a run for his fucking money. I guarantee it.
No, he said there was an interview not long ago where he said it.
I guarantee they're looking at all of them.
It was actually an interview before he fought. Who did he fight last? Tito. He said he's going to do Tito and he's coming for Jones. Jones actually retweeted it with laughing faces.
Isn't that an indicator that someone needs to put an arm around him?
You must have knew when you said that he did that interview.
No, I probably did deep down.
Yeah, that's what come out there, did it? Oh, you're subconscious.
Like, someone somewhere has to just put an arm around him and be like, let's go sit over here, mate. Like, let's have a chat.
Even a family member, like promoter. Do you know if you're like booking him to fight? Even?
That's the problem, is a promoter just goes, Chuck Liddell.
How many pay-per-views does he do?
Probably not many, actually, looking at like how hard it was to buy. What was the organisation?
Golden Boy.
Yeah, Golden Boy.
What's happened with that gone?
But didn't they do 30,000 pay-per-view buys? Wow. Something in that.
200,000 Malinardian.
200,000 pay-per-view
UFC,
buys.
yeah.
200.
It's not bad. Not bad. I mean,
Not bad at 30 quid a go, is it?
I think the UFC's gonna screw themselves hard because it's a double paywall now, isn't it, to get on the ESPN Plus stuff for them.
How does all that work?
You're asking the wrong guy because obviously I have BT and I go.
Oh mate, that's changed now.
Yeah.
BT
As of this
pay-per-view,
weekend.
yeah.
I think this weekend.
Speaking of that,
this weekend the first one.
Speaking about this, how many subscriptions do you think there was from Manchester on that Tuesday night?
Probably.
I would love to know.
Well, I got Fight Pass anyway, so I'm like, sweet, happy days.
Everyone was going, how do I get this?
Yeah.
I'm wondering now.
How bad's that? And then don't you think that limits the sport at some point when people don't know where to watch it?
No, that's true. It's true. It's their way of making money through Fight Passing it, but ultimately it's not the best for the fans, is it?
No, I mean, like the likes of fighters that we know that have come up and gone massive in the UK, like the likes of Ricky Hatton, he had an army behind him because he was on Friday and Saturday night boxing.
Exactly.
It was on Sky, but it was 9 o'clock. It was Friday nights, and you could start following this kid and seeing what he's doing. When it's like the UK fight audience doesn't get catered to, and sometimes when they put a pay-per-view on here, or even when they just put a fight card on it and bang it on at 1 o'clock in the morning, nice when you know
that was mental. I went to that and it was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, crazy.
Coming out
People like yawning
daylight.
with a brew, like. I mean, that's how I watch most UFCs. Is like really quiet with a brew, like that on my own, just like.
I know. But you know,
It's a
you
weird
can't
way to consume.
You can't
sport.
change time zones, can you? Do you know what I mean? And
Well, cater to Europe. Make it big in Europe.
They're doing it recently. They've done it recently. There's been a few, like, what was it, that Korean zombie fight that main event ended about 3 a.m. 3 a.m. half. That's better than 6.
That's a lot better than staying up till daylight anyway.
Like we're doing this weekend, you mean?
Yeah, but what a card though.
It is a card. So we got Diego Santos fighting Chiesa. I'm going to pick Chiesa on that one, I think. I'll be honest with you. I think Sanchez.
I think Holly Holm beats Nunez.
Really? That's a call. At bantamweight as well. Bantamweight's interesting.
Here's a story for you. I won £4,500 on Holly Holm when she beat Ronda Rousey at 12-1 Paddy Power. Thank you.
Damn.
Holly Holm is a fucking murderer. Listen,
let me talk to you about Amanda Nunes.
No, I know. But even seeing them squaring up together, this is going to be a striking match. Holly Holm looks in the best shape I've seen her, and her legs look thick, and she will kick your head off.
She will. I think she's got a chance is the head kick.
Yeah.
Because Amanda's going to come in quite direct, I would
No, but
think.
we're talking about a world champion boxer too.
Yeah.
We're talking about a striking match here with a world champion Thai boxer and boxer against Nunez, who's very good on the feet. I just think when Holly Holm's on a gay game, she's got a range. She's unbeatable by any woman.
Bantamweight, though.
She's proved better at bantamweight than featherweight. 100%.
Let's see. Let's see. I know it's out there. I'm going with Masvidal over Askren. I like the underdogs on this card. I've trained with Masvidal, and then I just think, mate, I thought Robbie Lawler was just like he put his foot in it with that fight. He was levering him.
I mean, that was weird. Do you think it was an early stoppage?
No, he was pulling his head off on it.
Oh,
He wasn't getting out of there. Let's be honest.
that's debatable. No,
That's interesting. He's not getting out of what he was in, but I don't think he went out.
Why did his arm go limp?
Well, sometimes you just
What was he doing?
just chill, don't you?
But when the ref goes, pick your arm up, and you know he's going to stop the fight, you don't let it go like that, do you?
But he'd done that first, didn't it? And it was after that he let his
I
arm
think he
go.
woke up as soon as he let the choke off, and he went, "Whoa!" As you
Which
do,
you got to
as
do.
you've seen in loads.
You got to do, yeah. I don't know, because you got to run that one back for me anyway, because it could have been stopped well early. It could have been stopped.
he's got Covington next, doesn't he?
You tell me, looking at this card now, how Arnold Allen is 5-0 in the UFC, don't even get a mention.
He's fighting Gilbert Melendez, and Gilbert Melendez, when's the last time Melendez has won? Arnold Allen's
I like
got
Melendez too, but bad fight for him.
Jack Marshman fighting on there against a guy that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce.
yeah, no, never mind that.
I'd rather pronounce your name than that.
How about Pani Kanzad? Opening the card.
Don't really know.
Really? Swedish. Oh, she's deadly.
Oh, she's good.
Very
Okay,
good.
cool.
Yeah,
Kanzad?
she's very good. Yeah, she was in final of the Ultimate Fighter.
Okay, cool.
She lost, but no, she's tough. She fought featherweight, way better bantamweight.
Ronda Marcos and Gadelia. Pretty ordinary fight, I'm afraid to say. Main event though. Do we see Thiago Santos having anything?
Absolutely zero chance of winning this fight.
KO early stoppage.
He'll just pick him to death. So
Oh,
he's the perfect matchup for Jones. Short levers. Big guy comes forward, going to walk into everything that Jones will have that range. He'll grab him, knee him, elbow
in the eye.
him, poke him a few times, slow him down. Probably got a decision again. Just get levered.
There was someone did a study into the eye poke thing, and it's like 90% of the people who get poked in the eye go on to lose. Something along those lines.
We did that years ago.
Yeah, I thought it was just
that's
that when
gone
I did
now.
it.
Yeah, we did it.
Wow, that's a story for you, isn't it?
So is it like
90%.
It's good for that.
is it worth just volleying someone in the fucking eye early doors and see what happens? Just if anything, like if I said to you, I'd give you a 90% chance of winning any fight that you go into, you'd have been like, how about talk to me?
90%'s a bit mad.
But yeah, because do you know why? I think ego gets involved. I think you don't want to be standing there holding your eye.
Happens when I fought in this last one, didn't it? He was giving it all that, and I just went, I didn't even poke you, mate. What are you on about?
I think your ego gets in the mix where it goes, I'm not going to start. Like, when you get a volley in the bollocks, you get 5 minutes. No one ever takes the 5 minutes.
True.
But you probably should. No, they're probably giving you that time for a reason. And I think that people getting poked in the eye, I think they're like, nah, I don't want to look like I'm hurt here from this. So I'm going to get back in the mix before I'm.
Yeah,
ready.
but you
talk
leave the
about-
other lad recover then as well.
You do?
Talk about ego in MMA, mate. It's the biggest thing. It's the reason we get paid shit. It's I'll fight him. I don't care. I'm what, $5? Yeah, I'm in. And it's like people like that are just bringing the sport down, mate. Yeah.
But
And that ego thing you're talking about, it's just the biggest hindrance to our sport at the minute. We're in a masculine-dominated sport. You ring me up and go, do you want to fight him for a $5? I'm past that now. Back in the day, of course I will. Now I'm going, well, fuck. I'm over all that now. And like I say, that pulls the sport back a lot.
you said you were shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, ring it up.
Yeah, exactly. They're the tricks they pull on you. You sure? Sure you don't want to take it? Said you're a dick. Did it? Yeah, sweet as free quid then. You know what I mean? It's like, come on now.
Oh my.
Missing
absolute
one
days.
fight from that main card. Luke Rockhold moving up to light
I don't
heavyweight.
even care
Yeah.
anymore, do they?
Luke Rockhold's a real weird
It's
one,
a
isn't it?
proper weird at that weight, and it's like, where's he at? Said he's going for Jones.
He left AKA. Has he permanently left AKA to move over to? Because he's in Florida, isn't he? He has permanently left. I mean, that's weird.
Where's he gone now?
Weird, he's in. I don't know if it's top team in Florida. Hard Knocks. Yeah, it's not a major one because there's obviously a couple of absolute.
I mean, that is a pretty big gym now, though. I mean, you got Usman in there, you got Johnson, you got, them. Another guy called the lightweight guy that he was sparring with, black guy with the dread. They've got some good fight, and that Ismail Noor. They have some good guys at that gym. Mate. That's an up and coming gym. That
Wonder why.
for sure.
Wonder why you'd leave AKA.
hard sparring maybe.
I imagine it's full of absolute cranks.
Yeah.
In a good way, but like double cranks.
Going
like,
for it.
Yeah. You imagine
Same
you
at Hard Knocks, I've seen them sparring.
You walk in, you're like, I might just have a... What Khabib up to? Nah, about fuck that.
Khabib, he must be the horriblest round ever.
Who beats him?
Tony Ferguson.
No, okay, interesting.
Really?
Because of him being on his back?
No, here's what I think. Here's my see on that fight, right? Khabib, he likes to out-press you, he likes to outbeat you, he likes to take your soul in the fight. That's what he wants to do. Nobody on earth is taking Tony Ferguson's soul. He is the soul eater. What will happen is Khabib will beat the shit out of him for 2 rounds and he'll still be there. So let's take an example when Khabib fought Al Quinta. He was slowing down. It's just that Al Quinta was trained for 3 rounds and not 5.
Yeah,
and
Al did very well.
And he didn't have the scramble ability. Tony Ferguson's scrambling is second to none.
Plus, he's going to hit you in weird spots from weird places. Like, why have I just been
I think
punched?
Conor can beat him. Conor just in that fight.
He showed he can beat him in that fight.
He can beat him. And
Yes.
Yes.
I totally disagree.
No,
that third round when he was landing and he was taking
I know
shots.
he was, and he was moving forward too much.
I think Khabib just let it slip because he was fucking coasting. But I don't think I've seen anything there. I was like,
what was the round? He won the third.
I just thought there's no need for a rematch. This shit is done. Next one, move on.
One more fight for Conor, then back in with Khabib.
Well, that's what it will be.
I hope so.
That's what it will be.
Who will he fight when he comes back?
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what that's going
What change can happen with Poirier and Khabib?
What happened with fucking Khabib and Conor?
Yeah. Terrible fight for Poirier, innit?
Khabib's a terrible fight for most people that are human. I think.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
He's an animal.
Yeah, he is.
Them Russians are just beasts.
Different breed of human.
Have you seen?
Trained with them before, they're just a different breed, mate. There's a different mentality. Don't want to shake your hand on the mat, nothing like that, mate. They're here to fuck you up. In the
no
fight,
smiles either.
No. It's
serious.
Yeah. From war-torn countries, mate.
Well, Dagestan.
Yeah, where it's not a game to them. Like, we're doing it, we'll have a beer here, we'll have a joke and that. They ain't having no beer.
They take that thing serious. They take it all
definitely
serious.
having a beer.
No. Yeah. They'll fuck you up for having a beer.
Yeah. Probably not very happy with you for having a beer. We saw it with... I went out to IMAF Worlds back in 2017 and seen some of the stuff that's coming. The level of amateur MMA is absolutely staggering at the moment. Honestly, it's terrifying.
I agree. That's why I'm glad I'm 29, nearly out. Because they're just terrible. Look at little Mohamed Mokaev.
I
train with him regular. And I'm like,
15 now, isn't he?
Scary kid.
Was that 2-time world champion now?
Yeah.
He's finished out at? No. World and European champion.
He got pulled though, didn't he? He got pulled recently from was it the Asian Open
Asian
because
one.
he cut too much weight. He's a beast.
There's some kids that are racking up now. Like, I mean, what was when you turned pro? What was the amateur record of most people? 2-0.
I actually did 7. I actually did it, but they were blagging me on Clash of Warriors, mate, letting me throw elbows. And just telling me, yeah, it's a semi-pro, so I didn't have to pay. But semi-pro, he remembers the semi-pro days. Wow, they're cheeky. Semi-pro, that I was doing 5-minute rounds with elbows, and they're telling me you're semi-pro, so you didn't have to give me 150 quid.
But this kid's racking up 60, 70, 80 wins now at amateur level, and they're competing on a world stage.
Because the money's gone up, and I don't blame them. There's a real career to be had now. Back in the day, there wasn't.
Pro for amateur even for years.
Back in the day, mate, I wouldn't even tell anyone. You do that cage stuff, you animal. No, it's actually a good thing to be an MMA fighter. It's actually a positive thing, and you get respect for it rather than getting looked at as an animal. And it's, I've watched the sport grow, and I've been in the sport watching it grow, and seen where it is now with IMF Worlds and the level of amateur MMA, even level of professional MMA, the paychecks that are coming from it, and that's like buzzing, and it's only going to get bigger and better from here.
I hope so, and I hope that's what having multiple organisations like. I want more than anything Bellator to be a major opposition for the UFC, and I think they could do it by focusing on Europe. And I think they could try and grow the sport in Europe. Like, Bellator's got some brilliant UK fighters that could be superstars. Great personalities, great records, great fighting styles, especially with like MVP and people like that. Yeah, Daly, Jesus.
I know.
And you just think, but they kill us by the one gripe I've got with Bellator is the not live things. How would you have sport not live? Of all
why would you put MVP and Daly in the back end of
Connecticut? I can't even spell Connecticut. I tried.
None of that when you see business moves like that, you think, come on, Bellator.
If you did that, imagine you did that in London.
Oh my days! Oh
You're
my
selling
days!
it out. You're selling Wembley out.
You probably could sell Wembley out on that.
Of course you could.
You probably could. A good bit of TV promotion on there, no problem.
Do you know what I don't like either is they have that, what is it, they mix it between Sky Sports and Channel 5 now, so you switch between one. Yeah, the last card I think it was James Gallagher was on.
It's like the UFC
Sky
does it
Sports,
sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you have to get this one, you have to then go and get some magic beans to watch this one and that one. That one's on Fight Pass, then this one's on ESPN, but you have to like turn your telly upside down a bit. Just fucking tell us when it is and let us watch it. Jesus Christ.
But they are doing big things, and it's only good. They're basically Bama, aren't they? They're a buffed up Bama, and they took all the.
No comment.
Yeah, they're a buffed up Bama, and but they're paying people the worth, which is nice to see from a fighter's perspective.
It's just a different angle for doing it than I thought the tournament format that they've been doing has been a real success because it gives people an opportunity to follow it and go, oh, if he beats
there's a featherweight coming up, don't you?
Is there now?
I hear there's a featherweight one coming up somewhere, and I've been hearing through the grapevine, and I don't know, it should be interesting, that one.
Where would that be?
Listen, there's options out there, mate. There's, I won't mind a tournament format. I've already considered PFL last year, and the reason we didn't go down that road because I was chasing the UFC one, and PFL's back on the table, and there's other very good offers on the table. Tournament format, why not? I'd love to do a tournament.
See, MMA started in a one-night tournament, no rules, tournament format in one sitting, which is fucking mental for starters. But that tournament format, if you can stick to it, even boxing did it with Super Six and stuff like that, if you can stick to it and keep it going, it almost gives you like that sort of air of other sports where there's a fixture list at play. Not like this guy wins and fuck knows what happens next.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's true. He's going to be out this many times.
There's direction with if there's a path, there's a title on the way.
Well, yeah, and you put them on as a double main event, as a co-main event, and you go, these guys are going to fight each other in the next one. So the winner of the first fight fights the winner of the second fight.
Everyone tuned into Bader and Fedor, didn't they?
Yeah.
When that was on, that's the final.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to set up a belt, especially if it's either a new division or it's a new belt that you've introduced, or it's been vacated by somebody. That is a perfect way to find someone.
It.
Yeah, here's a
fight
belt.
out for it.
So I would love to see that. I'd love to see that at Featherweight, Arkid. If that's maybe on the cards.
I don't know. Maybe they finalise that now. I don't know. I just seen that they're doing one. When does it start? I actually don't even know.
Don't even know anything about it. I literally found out about it about 90 seconds ago.
Really? You didn't know they were doing one?
No,
16-man featherweight tournament coming up very soon.
Guys they've been calling out to be on that for a long time now.
And you know what? Bellator is absolutely filled with featherweight talent, mate. It is AJ McKee. You've got that other Archetta kid who's 18-1. You've got a couple of Russians in there, and it's like...
What's that lad who beat Pico? Adam
what was it? Just
random
people, just random guys coming up in there where you're like, who are you? 18-1.
Have you seen the record? Who put the Dagestani fight record out of like the last 2-3 years or something like that?
What's it like?
They're about 89-2 or something bananas like that as a nation. Just
it's terrifying.
Fuck with them, mate. Yeah, just like.
I mean, I have a spar with Jeremy Stevens for Zabit. I mean, they brought me, and then like it was a good fight in the end, wasn't it? I actually think it was pretty close at the end, but like you had to watch through Zabit's fights, and I was like, fuck, this guy is unbelievable.
Yeah,
and
really
the level that's coming out, they're good everywhere.
They are good everywhere, and that's the terrifying thing because you expect them to be good grapplers, don't you? Yeah. You definitely expect to be good grappling. Joe, I'd actually love to just head over to Dagestan and just see what it's like, and Joe, and just experience it.
Well, ACB had that big headquarters, didn't they, for it? So I know Dean Garnett and a few other lads out there just said it's just like it's massive, mate, and they just take it so serious out there.
It must
it's their national
like
sport. MMA, it's the first country where MMA is a national sport.
Madness.
Did you see Anatomy of the Fighter? They went out and they did, it was about a year ago with Khabib, full series, and it's absolutely
what's it called?
Anatomy of a Fighter, yeah.
Anatomy of a Fighter. He did parts.
The guy was on Joe Rogan's podcast not long ago.
Right, yeah.
He got nominated he got nominated in the awards last night as well.
Okay, and what's that called? Anatomy of a Fighter?
Yeah, good YouTube channel. Definitely go check that out. I'd love to have him.
Dagestani Chronicles, is that it?
That's interesting. Love to watch that.
Yeah, I'd love to go out there. There's a load of countries that I'd love to go and experience, Joe. And just basically get fucked up by them, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I imagine going to Dagestan is like having the Y Club times 1,000.
I know.
Instead of Iranians shouting at you.
Well, this is the thing. This is the
understand.
thing. Like UK, man, we just need to wrestle more. It sends me insane. We've got such good fighters, and they won't wrestle. and then you might get 1 or 2 wins, and all of a sudden you get matched up with someone that does wrestle, and it's over. And that's why, as you know me for how long, and that was my bread and butter, was wrestling before striking. And everyone gets that misconstrued now because I've got people out. They go, "Oh, he can't wrestle. Watch him again." But
mate, you did my fucking head in with the Mike Wilkinson fight on Tough. I was like, just fucking.
I just get caught in standing and banging. I just love it.
But you've got to be tactical. Yeah, he has made up for it. Now he's getting bollocked for it. And now he's getting bollocked for fucking standing and banging.
So yeah, now I'm getting bollocked for taking him down. So make your mind up.
Ridiculous. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there. Oh, before we go,
I
think we might make this a regular series. What's the best Rocky film?
True story. Don't hear a true story about Rocky. Rocky is the reason that I actually fight. No joke. It's 1 or 2 reasons, but that was pretty much up there with the main reason. Young kid watching them thinking, wow. And he used to come in and all that. He's thinking, oh, this is amazing. I want to be Rocky. Made a pretty good go at it. Now I'm like the real life Manchester Rocky. I've had the ups, the downs. Living the story, but Rocky won for me because that was the first one I watched, and that's the one that I fell in love with.
There's some one-liners in that. There's at one point I think he says, "I'm going to go home and think of a new joke," and you just think, "Fuck out that line."
Yeah.
And he's like,
the last one let me down.
I'll call you, and he's like, "What do you mean you call me?"
The last one really let me down.
Hey yo,
the last Rocky.
Oh, the Rocky Balboa.
What, Creed 2?
No, that was shit as well. But no, the last.
The Rocky Balboa one. I thought that was a good way to wrap them all together. There was like little scenes where he's going back, and you're like, "I remember that." Like, yeah, I remember watching that bit.
Do you not like Creed, no?
Rocky 5's the one that you dismissed totally altogether. That was dog shit.
Which one was 5? Who did he fight?
Tommy Gunn with the fake Don King character. Well, I can't remember what he was called.
Which one was your favourite?
I'm torn, between Rocky 3 and Rocky 4.
Was that when he beat Apollo Creed, or 3?
3, no. 2's when he beats Apollo again.
What's 3?
3 is Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang,
mate, goes to Philadelphia, learns how to dance. I don't know why that's important. 4's Dolph Lundgren, Drago, yeah.
My mate was actually in a restaurant in LA, and Dolph Lundgren was sat across him the other day.
You see how big he
sent me pictures of me. Said I'm sat next to Drago. Funny story, but yeah.
And 4 was good as well because Rocky ended communism at the end of it. That was it. Berlin Wall went down the next year. Done.
Yeah. Rocky saved the world.
Yeah, best documentary on boxing I've ever seen. Right, we're going to wrap it up there. Make sure to follow Brendan and follow Q8 as well. And make sure to subscribe if you're new around here. And we'll be doing a watch along. I don't know when this is going out, but tomorrow, Saturday night, the game anyway, for UFC 235. So come and join us for that one as well. See you in a bit.